If you want to make insane gold in New World, the best and fastest way to do so is by playing the trading post. New World Exchange is a new tool that is just about to launch that is going to totally change how useful the trading post is and how easy it is to make a fortune on it. I've already done a full video guide on exactly what New World Exchange is and the basics of how to use it, which is linked down below, and there'll be a card at the end. I'll briefly explain how it works for anyone who hasn't seen that video. If you've already looked at it, then hit the chapter down below to skip to what's new in the update. If we haven't met before, I'm ActusXD, you're lovely, let's get stuck straight into it. So what exactly does New World Exchange do? Basically, it's a history of all of the buy and sell and quantities of every item on the trading post going back in time. That's what history means. So let's look at the orichalcum ingot, and we can see, looking at the data from New World Exchange, the best sell order, as in the cheapest sell order, the best buy order, or the most expensive buy order, the total amount of orichalcum ingots that are on market, as well as the unique offers of orichalcum ingots. That means every row that you see on the trading post when you search. This information exists for literally every item in New World that it's possible to list on the trading post, and it means that you're going to be able to have access to data on what the price of things in the game are doing. The current version of the trading post sucks. You can't really tell anything from it, and there's no add-on in game to actually make it more useful. You don't know whether you're selling your precious resources at the bottom of a dip, or whether you're buying at the peak of a mountain, the peak of a height, I don't know what that's called. And if you want to actually play the trading post to make a huge amount of gold, then you have no data. You have to either keep your own spreadsheet, or you have to keep the information in your head as to exactly what the price of different things are doing. Well, not anymore. New World Exchange is going to totally change the game. Now, if you haven't heard anything about New World Exchange, it's important to note a couple of things. It hasn't launched yet, which means it's only still in development, or beta as the devs are calling it, and it's locked to only the Bifrost server in Europe at the moment. However, by the end of the month, they hope to have launched to several more of the most populated servers, one in every region. Now, I need to add the usual caveat here that I am not associated with the developers of New World Exchange. There's no relationship between me and them. I just think that this tool is ridiculously awesome, and I think that you guys deserve to know about it. If you want to have a voice as to what new servers the exchange should release to first, and that should happen in the next week or 2 or 3, by the end of January they're currently projecting, then you can get access to their Discord in the link in the description down below and become a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month, and you get voting rights to vote on those servers. Once the initial rollout has begun, then hopefully they'll be able to push to more servers more quickly, and you can have a direct impact on what server is going to be chosen next. Very shortly after I released my last video, they released an awesome update which basically doubled the usefulness of the tool. So let's jump into something. Let's go look at Rawhide, because it's very popular, and we can run over exactly what's new. The number one most useful or biggest change that they've added is that you can change the length of data that you're seeing, or how far back it goes. So at the moment we're in recent data, but we can click to more and you'll see that it changes from the 7th of January and it goes back to the 3rd of January. And we can go even more and it'll go further back to the 26th of December. Why is this useful? Well, it might be the case that you are tracking the price of something over a long period of time and you want to know, is it trending up? Is it trending down? You've been gathering, relatively rare resources like tolvium or something like that over time, and you want to know whether you should be buying or selling as compared to the last 2-3 weeks worth of data. Or it could be the case that you need something quite urgently and you're like, well, is 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night a good time to buy it, or should I wait until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning? And so if you want to know that information, you just click into recent data and you get much more accurate information. So the change here enables you to either see projected or long-term price trends, as well as immediate changes in the marketplace, which is awesome in my view. You'll also see as we change through the histograph options, I just made that, I don't know if that applies to this, whatever it is, that this also new section up in the top right changes, and that's basically telling what the peak sell price was, the average sell price, as well as the minimum, and also the buy. So sell being sell orders and buy being buy orders. It's not what actually was bought and what actually was sold, I don't believe. I think it's what was actually on the market in those sell orders. If you're finding this video useful, then please remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below exactly exactly what feature you are most excited to use or what one you would like to see added in the future. Thank you. The price distribution is the most recent distribution of asking prices on the market. So what does that mean? Well, blue is sell and red is buy, according to the rest of our graphs up here. And it gives us an indication of where the majority of items are being listed, or what price point the majority of items are being listed for on the market. So we can tell that between 0.21 and 0.27 is by far the majority shareholder of the market. There's 148,000 items of rawhide listed to sell on the trading post on Bifrost between 0.21 and 0.27. My last video was on 1.3 gold making opportunities, and we used New World Exchange to figure out, well, what exactly was happening with the price of the things that I suggested we're going to go up in that video. So let's have a look, and now that a few days have passed, and see if we can tell any new information. So let's look at bark flesh, which is the material that's required to make one of the combat trophies. And if we look at even more, which is the longest period of data we can look at, you can see that for the longest period of time, everything was selling between sort of 50 and 150, 140 coins until the exact moment where the patch notes were released and someone's shot the price up to 1,700 coins. Now we can zoom in on that and have a look at the recent data and see that the value of these things has gone skyrocketing on the sell orders, as in that is in to buy them, and the amount listed on the market plummeted as someone bought them all off the market to relist them at the higher price. You can look at the price distribution to figure out, well, where are the majority of things falling, and you can, if you wanted to see if you could capitalize if there was still a market to make gold on bark flesh, then you could be analyzing this data to try and pull that information out. That's where I really think that New World Exchange is going to shine, in that you can now have access to all this data that you need to be able to make informed decisions about the most wise time to invest, the most wise time to take profits. You can look and analyze your server's marketplace to figure out, well, are things peaking at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night because that's when most of the player base is on, and then is the same thing selling for 15 coins less on a Thursday morning at 6 a.m. because no one's online? Am I good to be buying them then and then just reselling the next week, for a 15 coin profit? This is the kind of information that you're going to be able to be pulling out with New World Exchange. And in some ways, I really shouldn't be sharing this information because I want to be using it to make massive profits myself. However, I think that the add-on, the tool, is so good and so useful that the community at large need to know about it. Am I recording? Yes. And so that's why I want to share it with you. That's really all I have with every update that these guys push, where I think there's information that you guys need to hear about. And as we get closer to our staggered or staged launch, I'll keep you all updated so that everyone knows how soon until they can get their grubby mitts on this awesome information. If you're already on the Bifrost server, then jump into the Discord, become a Patreon member, and you can have access to it right now. Otherwise, get ready because in the next few weeks, it's going to be available to you. If you're not currently in the ActusXD Discord and you would like to be a member of the community, then I encourage you to jump in. There's also a link to in the description to that. If you've liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified when I either go live or post a new video, so that you have immediate access to the new best haircut stylist tips in... No, you just get notified about my videos, that's all. You should do it. It's good. Helps me. Thank you. That's all I have for you today, my friends. Thank you very much for sticking with me through this video. Thank you. I love you. And remember,